Hey, what's good with y'all, man? What's good? Walker Bar, I want to go into some hot topics real quick before these stories get old. Um, so it's gonna be a quick live, but it's gonna be a good live. I'm gonna go into Shannon Sharpe, of course, black people, FBA people boycotting Africans. You know what I'm saying? This one came up real quick. I didn't even know how this started. Apparently, it started over some African braiders um, taking, saying what they felt about black people and black people responding with a boycott or whatever. Also, that situation with Duke Dennis, the YouTuber, right, with that sister, which was crazy. And then what else we want to talk about? Oh, black feminism. I had a little experience. On top of that, I seen a video, and I want to talk a little bit about that. So I'm about to lock in right now. So first of all, Shannon Sharpe, right? I mean, the story is viral, uh, and you see this like black black athletes haven't got the memo. They haven't got the clue. We have a long track record, specifically black men that are athletes that get these big contracts that become celebrities and get in good positions. To be embarrassed and to lose it all and to give their money away, and it's like what is it? It's like white women are the kryptonite to a black athlete. I mean, it is what it is. White women are like kryptonite to black athletes, and we still haven't learned our lesson. We still haven't uh, got the memo. And so with Shannon Sharpe, this woman, and I made a video about this when it first came out. Now, this woman, she basically, uh, wanted $50 million, and the things that she was accusing Shannon Sharpe of, he, well, when it came out in the text messages, she was asking for those things. Like she said, he abused her and all of that, and she was saying stuff like that. I want you to abuse me, right? And it's almost like she already had it, figured out, already planned. This is how it's going to go. Now we're talking about a young woman, uh, OnlyFans model that if you see her, you like, come on, man, come on, like really, not even like that. But the thing is this: Shannon Sharpe has talked about black women. He has talked, he has said things like black women are, loud and argumentative. He's it's said that he would not pay for his daughter's wedding. He wouldn't give his children money. But here it is that Shannon Sharpe then retired a OnlyFans model because of his lack of discipline. Because the fact that, you know, he doesn't love his own woman, the woman that God gave him. And this is not just Shannon Sharpe. This is black athletes in general. It's something about that world where they see the white woman as a trophy and the white woman is different. And now he done gave this white woman generational wealth. 20 something $1 million. That's more money than most people, all people that I know will probably see in their lifetime. I can't say for sure, but because, black people play the lottery and stuff like that. So I can't say that, you know, conclusively, but what I can say is like the money that think about that amount of money, what it could have done, not just for his children, but what it could have done for black people in general, like an opportunity. $20 million, that would be my dream to get $20 million. I can open up a community center. I can do something that I've been thinking of. I want to do a mobile library. Pull up to the hood, open it up, let the kids get whatever book they want to get. But $20 million could have did a lot of good. But that $20 million, because of his lack of discipline, went to an OnlyFans model. And you see a lot of goofiness like that with black athletes. And you think the grass is greener on the other side. And it's we have so many examples of black athletes doing this, of this of it all falls down. It starts off good, but the next thing you know, there's this lawsuit or this divorce. Tiger Woods, I can just start naming them, and they lose, damn near all their fortune. Then they get embarrassed in the media. So he did all of that, and he tried to. What I'm thinking is Shannon Sharpe tried to he tried to settle it real fast because he didn't want the negative backfire from it. And he's like, I can make that money back. But then ESPN fired him. They fired him right before everything is about to kick off. So I mean, of course he's going to rebound from it, but why do black men keep doing the same thing over and over again? I'm talking about black athletes. I'm not talking about your average black man. I'm talking about black men, NBA players. What is it? NBA players, NFL players, just black brothers from the hood. And you talk about Shannon Sharpe. He grew up in the deep South, and in a damn near in a shack where they had to go use the restroom in the woods. And then he gets up in a position where he got generational wealth, and he losing it because he doesn't have any discipline, and he chooses to deal with a woman, which is the kryptonite to black men. Deal with a woman that is not the woman that best suits him. Like Cat Williams told him, Monique told him on his show. When I did the video, what's crazy, when I did that video, I put those clips in there, right? And I had some brothers that came in the comments saying like, like, why am I, it's like the system is trying to take a black man down type of time. And Monique said, why don't you get a woman that's your age? Leave them young girls alone, Shannon. Cat Williams said, listen, I don't deal with them. Basically, you can lose your career overnight dealing with white women. Shannon Sharpe, come on, Cat. Come on, Cat. Now look at him now. Look at him now. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame, but listen, man, he wouldn't have had those issues if he would have took the advice that was given to him. If he would have got with a woman that's more of his age, if he would have got with a black woman, do you think he would be taken for damn near all that he had? Do you think that it would have been a big deal? When you read those text messages, I mean, people do things, and that's their business behind closed doors. They talk a certain kind of way. You talk a certain kind of way with your woman. You know what I mean? It's not to be public. But what the conversations was stuff that regular people would do anyway. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? She played her cards right, and they all play their cards right. And these black athletes be so goofy, be so undisciplined that you can't even see it. You think you got a trophy. You don't even know they plotting to take your money. This girl was in there. Listen, after that settlement came out, that OnlyFans model made a public statement and said she's retiring from OnlyFans, as if OnlyFans is what retired her. No, Shannon Sharpe retired her. He gave a OnlyFans model generational wealth because he was undisciplined, like a lot of black athletes are. Right now, I want to move on. So the other day I had posted a video, right? And this video, some of y'all probably saw it. It was a video with two young black boys in 1972. They're being interviewed by a white man, and he's asking some, those questions. He's asking, what would you do with white people? Would you enslave white people like they enslaved black people? These brothers say, yeah. I'm gonna assume that I can be heard. Let me check my volume.
Hey, what's good?
Okay, yes, we perfect. Perfect. So this video it was going crazy on TikTok, It's going crazy on TikTok, right? That I posted with these two young brothers, and the interviewer is asking them, would they enslave white people? They are saying yes, they would. These two boys in 1972. Then they go on to say they would build a wall to separate the races, to have, white people on one side of the wall and black people on the other side of the wall. And they specify because of the things that white people have done to their people. And this is in 1972. In fact, when I posted it, I put in the description that their mind state, these boys are a lot sharper and smarter than I say most black people today, black adults today. Black adults today is not like that. It's kumbaya today with black people. Straight up and down is kumbaya. Um, in the comments, well, a sister came in, a young lady came in, and she said, yeah, but black men go and date white women. Completely left. And I said, I had to respond to the sister. I said, sis, do you know all black men? And what made you comment what you commented when you seen what these boys were saying? How did you take that from seeing these boys talk about race relations in 1972? Right? And she kept doubling down. And I thought, because I had recently seen a video that I'm going to play, and I thought to myself, I said, wow, the feminism with a lot of sisters is so strong that they can't even stay on topic. This wasn't even a topic. There's another discussion for black men being with white women. That's a whole nother discussion. But this video had nothing to do with that. And so I said the feminism is so strong. The sister extracted, black men being with white women out of this video where it had nothing to do with that. And so it made me think also about this video that I'm going to play. Give me a second. Let me pull this video up.
Of a woman who was running in a marathon, and when she looks over, she notices a friend of hers flew in from London to watch her finish. The friend flew in for like 24 hours, and she sees the friend and she immediately starts bawling. She's like crying and running, and you can tell she's like overjoyed that her friend would do such a thing. I think sometimes when men are questioning why women are choosing to be single, why some women don't want to be in relationships, and I think it's because for some women, they experience such rich relationships in their lives with their friendships and with their family. People who show up for them, who believe in them, who cheer for them, who hype them up, who give them all this confidence because they're always complimenting them and being sweet towards them. It's hard to go from that to a man who won't text you back, who won't call you, who doesn't compliment you, who doesn't plan dates. I think sometimes the other relationships in a woman's life set the standard for what she will and won't settle for. She's not going to let every other relationship in her life be amazing and hers with you be like her settling for the bare minimum.
So I could not find the connection in this video. And I looked at this sister's page, and her whole page is on that type of time. It's on, hating men. And in the video, in the comments, everybody was on the same page. They was like, how did it just go left? How is it that you're watching a video, then she just comes out of left field with a whole scenario and an idea that has nothing to do with the video? This is a lady that's running a marathon. She did not expect her friend to show up. Her friend shows up. She's at the finish line. She sees her friend and she starts crying. Now, the pointers that this sister gave was that he doesn't text, he doesn't call, he just shows up. That's the same thing that the friend did. The friend didn't call, they didn't text, they just showed up. That's some humor in it, right? But the point I'm making is the same point I made about the sister that came into the comments about the video that I posted that had nothing to do with that. And she went on a rant about men being with white women, like how this sister did with this video. She extracted something that everybody is like, where the hell did that come from? What? Somebody help me out. Maybe I'm losing brain cells, but I don't see the connection. And that's the point of why I'm saying this. I showed this video is because feminism, or should I say black feminism, it doesn't help black people. It's not helping us. It's not going to build a family. It's going to destroy a family. And the cold part about feminism with black women is that when it comes to feminism, it wasn't even black women's fight. That was white women's fight. Black women didn't have anything to be liberated from. Black men and women were fighting for equal rights, being treated like a human being. And still, even to this day, that is still a fight. We still have to fight for that because we done taken on all of these different fights that was not even our fight. So now, instead of us focusing on one thing, we're focused on everybody's struggle, everybody's idea, everybody's philosophy. That actually had nothing to do. And but today, now you have sisters that are so locked in to that train of thought that even when there's a topic that is not even on that, they resort to hating men and talking about things that have nothing to do with what the topic is about. That's crazy. And I would like to know people's thoughts. And I know it would be going crazy. I know it would be going crazy. Right? Usually I don't go live at this time. It's Friday. But on TikTok, I know it would be going crazy. What I'm waiting on is the ability to stream live on both, on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I think I might be moving over to TikTok because it's more interactive as far as the live videos. There's more people in them. YouTube really ain't interactive like that unless you have a cult following, right? But I think I made the point on that. Now I want to get to this video. This is crazy. All right.
Goes ahead. Yeah. I can't say that. Yes, you know you do. Everybody wants a head, though. Come on, now. Right. Can I give it to you? I'm the best. I'm the best. You give good head. I give great head. I can't. Can I get a hug too? All right, listen. Never again.
Not loud.
First of all, let me just say, this sister came up to this brother, Duke Dennis, and asked him, let me give you some head. I didn't know who Duke Dennis was, right? I was a little confused just last night. I thought that he was the dude that was just with Cardi B. He's not. So I looked up who Duke Dennis was, and I guess he was a streamer. He's a streamer that got famous, and he's somewhere. And basically, this sister walks up in front of everybody in front of cameras and asks him, "Can I give you some head? I got the best head." And so now he put her to the side, and he's going to talk to her.
Never again.
Not loud. Not loud. You're not going to embarrass me.
I know I'm not. Listen. Mm-hmm. Never again will you go to anybody.
Well, not. It's
Hold on,
not
hear
just
me out.
anybody.
I know that. I know that. Look, never.
He said, never again will you go up to anybody. She's not even trying to hear what he's saying. She said, don't get loud. I'm not trying to be embarrassed. Sis, you're already embarrassed by saying you would give him some in front of the camera, in front of all those people.
Do that again.
You just touched my titty. I hope you know that.
No, I'm sorry.
And she said, you just touched my breast. I hope you know that. See, the thing about it is like, this is sad because this sister is highly sexualized. She's so sexualized that she doesn't have any shame. Let me say that again for all my sisters. She's so sexualized that she doesn't have any shame. As a woman, you're supposed to have shame. You're supposed to feel you're supposed to feel something when your breast is all out. You're supposed to feel shame. You're supposed to feel something where your ass and your everything is hanging out, and you cover up and you want to look modest. You're supposed to feel some type of way. But we live in a time where sisters don't feel no shame. And it's not only because of the upraising, it's because of society promotes it also. To feel no shame. Be the biggest 304 that you can. You only live once, so live it up. Let me keep going. Let me back it up a little bit.
You just touched my titty. I hope you know that.
No, I'm sorry. Never
Don't
do
be
it.
sorry.
I know, but like, never again. All right? Keep that shit on the
DL.
Yeah, don't nobody need to know what you're working with
Right,
until they
but I
find
didn't
out
say
what
it to
you're
nobody
working
else.
I know. Until they find out what you're working with, then that's when you feel me?
So I'm just recognizing this. When this is happening, he is actively streaming because I see the little comments on the side. So he was actively streaming when she comes up and says, "Let me give you some head. I give the best head." Now he's trying to correct the sister. He's trying to correct her, and she is not hearing none of it.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Armani, by the way. Armani, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Of course.
Can we please bring back shame and self-respect?
Yes, sister. Yes, sister. The sister at the end was definitely correct. Can we bring back shame and self-respect? But let me peep y'all to something. Let me hip y'all to something what happened in this video. What this brother was doing, he was showing leadership. He was correcting her. He pulled her to the side and told her, never again do something like that. Keep that on the down low. Don't let people know what you working with. Don't put yourself out there like that. Now, here's a question that I want to pose. If a man is telling you, don't behave in that way, don't dress in that way, are you going to listen? Because this sister was not trying to hear that. She was not trying to hear that at all. And he was giving her some real love, some tough love, some real advice from someone that actually cares. Listen, this is how you carry yourself with self-respect. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do nothing like that. And it's a shame that a man has to tell a woman, a celebrity, because usually a celebrity don't care about nothing like that. A celebrity is just as loose as anybody else, and they don't have morals, and they don't have no rules. But it's a shame that him, a streamer, has to tell this sister, like, listen, don't ever do that again. Don't ever come up to some man and ask him, can I give you some head? What is wrong with you? Who raised you? Who raised you? What's wrong with you? What happened in your past? Now, another thing I would say is like, he turned her down. He's a celebrity, but I wouldn't be far off if I say that she probably still did that to someone else later on that night. That's just how highly sexualized this sister was. She's a beautiful sister, but you don't have to act like that. You know what I'm saying? And why be like that? You got to think about her friends and all that. Who are you hanging around? Like you just walking up on a celebrity? What do you think? A celebrity get women thrown at them all the time. Women are thrown, like flip it, put it in reverse. Now take some woman streamer. I don't know. What's the girl that was cooking with Kaya? Just because I can't use, I want to use an equivalent. I ain't going to use like a celebrity, like a rapper, singer, or actor. But imagine another streamer doing, and they're out, and a woman and a man comes up and says, let me eat you out. I get the best head. Now you see what I'm saying? You see how crazy that is? To just offer your mouth to put it on somebody's genitals? That's crazy, y'all. It's sad. It's sad that our people is moving like this. And then black people don't have no accountability. We don't care. we look at other people and we laugh at it and we a joke about it. And we don't know that all this dysfunction we see with our people, eventually it affects us too. Eventually it comes home. You know what I mean? It comes full circle. So we'll say, like, it's not me. We'll say to each their own. I don't care about it. I ain't got an opinion on it. They doing that. Nah, you should say what's right. You should say, like, at least say that I would never do nothing like that. Even at the very least, you don't have to you don't have to be like me. But what you can do is say, you know what, I would never do like that, nothing like that. And I would never, want to have any friends like that as a woman. Why? Because birds of a feather flock together. And if my friend is doing that, if my friend approach a guy like that, of course they're gonna look like at all of us like we on that same type of time. That's just natural, right? But he showed this brother, Duke Dennis, he showed her some love. He tried to lead her. He showed her leadership as a black man. Don't ever play yourself like that in public. Don't ever do that again in public. Don't ever walk up on some man and say you're going to give him some head. But she wasn't even trying to hear him. The sister was so highly sexualized that she was not even trying to hear it. She, even after that, he bumped into her. She said, "Ooh, you bumped into my titty." And he said, "I'm sorry." Like, he's trying to keep it respectful, and he's trying to level with her and let her see that he ain't even on that, and that she needs to learn a lesson from this situation. Then she gives her name. Now, of course, I know everybody knows her name. They know what she looked like, and I'm sure it's a lot of people that know this sister personally. And that is very, very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing, but this should be a learning lesson for Black people. I've been going too long in this story. Let me finish up with the last story. Now, FBA, FBA is boycotting Africans today, African braiders. From my understanding, this whole thing started from disrespect from African braiders who later apologized, but Black people is like, nah, we on that type of time. We're going to boycott, their businesses. Now, where I'm from, let me just say this, where I'm from in Southern California, you don't see too many African businesses, right? You do see African businesses, but the majority of businesses will be Asian businesses, Arabs, Armenians, those type of groups. Not too many African businesses. It's a misconception too. When you hear Black people that try to talk about Mexicans, they say Mexican, the white man allow them to have businesses. Newsflash, Mexicans don't have businesses like that in Southern California. Not that I've seen. They might have, be working together at a tire shop at the most, a taco stand, stuff like that. Real simple food vendors, street vendors, but not the type of businesses and infrastructure where you see convenience stores with the East Indians, motels with the East Indians. You see Arabs be having the liquor stores. And of course, when it comes to beauty supply, the Asians got it locked out here. So anyway, this is my thing with this FBA stuff. And y'all remember I did a video. Well, on one of the lives, I was just asked about it because I see that it's growing. And I know that Tariq, now that I know that Tariq, they say Tariq started it, but it seems like it has taken on its own identity on social media, right? I was just in a room last night on TikTok where a sister was getting at me, calling me crazy and calling me stupid because I don't identify with FBA, but I'm an Israelite. And she said, how can you be an Israelite and not FBA, right? How can you be? And it's simple. It's simple because, like how I explained in that last video, I've done the deep research. I've done the research to understand who those people were that came through the transatlantic slave trade. Where areas did they come from? I got all type of historical sources and information I can bring out in a lecture to prove what my stance. Now, when it comes to FBA, to me, it's no different than AA, African American, because under FBA, it's still the same people, still asking for the same things. Like we have an identity crisis as Black people. Let's be real. We got an identity crisis, and in that identity crisis, we've been called darky, we've been called color, we've been called Negro, we've been called Black, we've been called, and I'm gonna get back to the word Black. We've been called Afro American. We've been called African American, and now people are taking on a new one called FBA, right? Different changes of the same people, different titles for the same people. That's why I say it's no different than African Americans, because FBA say we're proud of our rich heritage here in America. Well, African Americans are proud of their rich heritage here in America too. What's the difference? They say, well, we're fighting for reparations. Well, African Americans been fighting for reparations too. What's the difference? So that's my logic on why I say FBA is no different than a regular African American. Now, when it comes to an Israelite and me understanding who I am, listen, let me ask FBAs and African Americans, do you still celebrate Christmas? Do you still celebrate European holidays? Was you out there popping fireworks on the 4th of July? See, there's a difference between, how I move and how I see other Black conscious groups move. They still be locked in to American society as far as the things that you can change. Some things you can't change, like you can't just get up and leave and move to another continent, right? But what you can do is stop celebrating the culture and living the culture that was forced upon your ancestors in slavery. That's a choice to keep doing that, right? Let me get to the point, though. The point about this whole boycotting thing, right? I feel that it's a waste of energy. And I feel that it's misguided because it reminds me of the same thing that just happened with ICE and Black people with Mexicans. We're so easy to fight other people. And let me just set the record straight. I don't believe all Black people are the same. They're not the same. At no point in time was this melanated coalition in the world history, right? In world history, that has never happened. When you go to the walls of ancient Egypt, you have different races that were the foes or the enemies of the Egyptians, and they were dark-skinned races. So at no time did all people get along like that. You know what I'm saying? At no time in history did all people get along all based on the fact that they were dark-skinned, a dark race. Never happened. I think that idea and that feeling comes from an inferiority that melanated people feel from the white race. So we try to make this global connection of Blackness when it has never been that. In actuality, you have Native Africans that sold, and y'all know, if you've been rocking with me, I played the video where the Africans apologized for the role of their ancestors in slavery and selling the people to, the West Indies into America. These people were not the same. In fact, I'll bring out some information this Sunday. If I could, I don't know. I might be going to the beach this Sunday. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go live. We'll see. But the next time I go live, I'll bring out some information, right? To show that, you had different ethnic groups and you had ones that hated each other. The point that I was going to make, and let me get back to that point, is that we have all of this energy and infighting with this one and that one, but you're not boycotting America. You're not boycotting your oppressor. That's who you should be boycotting. Like, where's all this energy and unity to boycott your oppressor? The so-called white man. Where is that energy? Why are you fighting with these little fights? What about the people that unalive you unjustly, that treat you in a way as a second-class citizen? What about those people? And then the energy, I'm a sidebar for a minute, the energy to be mad at Mexican people for voting for Trump and to be angry. Like, nigga, are you a slave? When has voting ever helped Black people? You got this energy, man. Like, it's like you mad at another oppressed people for believing in a system that ain't never helped neither one of us. And you mad, it's like a slave mad at another slave for what master they voted for. Nigga, you a slave. You are all out slave. Straight up and down. That's a slave mentality. I ain't got time to be angry at other people who are oppressed by the same devil that my people is oppressed by. I don't got that energy. I can't focus all that energy everywhere. I got to focus on what is right in front of me and what has been and what is the biggest threat to Black people. So this so-called boycott of Africans, I understand. Listen, I get it that they talk about you and start braiding your own hair, start doing your own nails. I don't get it. Like, we're going to people for services that we could do ourselves. We're going to another people for services that we could do our damn self, man. I don't get it. I don't understand that, y'all. Somebody help me out. You upset at some other people. Meanwhile, the people that's been doing your people wrong for 400 years, you ain't got no smoke for them. And I say this all the time. Black people, I'm about to wrap it up, y'all. Black people, Negroes, we are like children in this kingdom. Because instead of focusing on the more important issues, we focus on hating one another. We focus on pleasure. We focus on having a good time. But we don't focus on the more important things. We let white folks handle that. They like the parent figure, and Black people are like the children. We got smoke for each other down below on the lower level. We don't got smoke for the one that is up over you. You don't got no smoke for them. So yeah, man. That's what I wanted to bring out about that situation. I understand that there's a difference between Black people and Africans. But you know how I look at Africans? Because they are a part of the reason why Black people are in America, why the transatlantic slave trade even happened. They have culpability also, as so does the white man in that whole situation, because they came together and negotiated with the white man to sell people of other ethnicities. How I know these people are other ethnicities? Because it says it in the historical records. Because it says it in people telling their story when they were kidnapped by different tribes. The story of what's the brother name? Alada Equeno, where him and his sister was kidnapped from the interior of Africa while everybody was at work. Men and women went to work every day to work the fields for their village. And when they were out, this brother and sister was kidnapped, and they were walked to the shores of the Gold Coast. And it took some days for them to get there. But when he got there, what he saw was people that had different customs and manners. Their women was, exposed. They sharpened their teeth. They had different customs than his people. His people had what you would call biblical customs of purification, cleanliness. He says it like the way we grew up was like how Israel was in the time of Moses. That's how our village functioned. And he gets around and he sees other dark races that they different. They not like him. He went through the transatlantic slave trade. Eyewitness account. There's plenty more sources that show you that not all dark people are the same. But I'm off of it. I don't want to talk too long, man. So for Black people, let me just say this. For Black people, for you, to say, okay, I'm going to boycott Africans. Where is that energy for your true enemy and your true oppressor? To me, that's just a waste of time and a waste of energy, because a lot of times y'all gonna still go to these places. You're gonna still go. You don't have no smoke for Asians. You still gonna go to buy all of that stuff from the Asian beauty supply. Y'all still gonna be buying that Asian food. You don't know what's in it. I haven't ate Asian food in like 10 years, because when I found out the way they eat, I was like, oh nah, man, you think it's broccoli beef. It might be broccoli rat. I'm just keeping it real. But y'all not gonna boycott. You don't have no smoke for the real people you should have smoke for. So with that, man, hey, thank y'all for tapping in. I know I don't usually go live like this. Maybe I should go live more like this, just spontaneous, right? Maybe I should. Let me see. Right. Shout out to you, sis. Yeah, man, but I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all take care. Have a good day. Stay safe on this Friday. I got to get ready for work. And with that, y'all, peace.